Hello, everybody. Welcome to Ellis Paul's Travel and Medicine Show. We are here in Charlottesville, Virginia. Today is our 1-year anniversary of the show, and I am thrilled to have Seth Glier coming on the show in a few minutes. Thought I'd start a little bit early and let the crowd show up. It's going to be a great night. Let me know where you're from. Where are you tuning in from? Grab a beverage and let me know. Come say hi. I've got a couple songs planned tonight, but gonna kind of just play it by ear. Be spontaneous. If you want to hear something, let me know. We're gonna start about 8 o'clock in about 10 minutes. Glad to have you guys along for the ride. Might throw a couple ads up as we go. Things to be aware of.
I never will forget those nights. Wonder if it was a dream.
Online shows. I do a few of these a month. Private shows on Zoom if you want to come in. We're going to be talking about this weekend's festival, which I'm thrilled about. That's coming up. And I've brought in the director of operations of that tonight as well to talk with us. We're going to do a raffle for tickets for the festival. It's happening Sunday, but if you can't make it, of course, it's going to be recorded, and you can use your ticket to watch it in the month of June. All right, Paula is in Chicago drinking white wine on her patio in Chicago. We love that. Welcome aboard. Cheers to you. I'm drinking bubbly. This is my off month from drinking. I try and take 1 or 2 months off every year. Why do I do that? Because I need to and I want to. And I want to know how easy it is to walk away. Because I do like drinking once in a while. 90 in Boston this week. Holy cow. It's in the 80s today in Charlottesville. It's pretty hot. Michael Doherty is here from Los Angeles. Glad to have you, my friend. We're going to be doing a raffle for the festival tonight. Tune in. I'm going to let you guys know tonight, too, that this is going to be the last traveling medicine show indefinitely, probably at least through June. We're not going to do any of the Friday night shows. The festival is going to be the last blowout event. And I'm planning a couple live stream things, but they're not going to be the show. We'll talk a little bit more as the show goes on about that. Please share this. This is literally going to be the last official show, and then the festival is on Sunday. Let your friends know. I hope they join us. Thank you, Barbara. So happy to have you here. Jackie McDonough is over there in Pittsburgh. The Steelers, the Pirates, and the Thieves. What's that John Gorka song? Karen is putting on the AC. Man, I cranked mine too. Karen runs the home office. She makes sure that we all get paid. Good to have you guys here. Let me see if I can find some kind of let's see, a nice ad for this. One song ends, another one begins. Hey guys, we're going to start in about 5 minutes. Still waiting for the crowd to show, as they say. We are fighting, at this point, sunshine. I've decided to hold off on the Traveling Medicine show in the month of June. And it might be that we go all summer without the show. I'll start it up in the fall, maybe. Haven't decided yet, but I'm definitely going to be taking June off from the Friday night. I've got to get going on writing my next record, and I want every hour devoted to that. I'll probably come online on Wednesdays, though, throughout June. And but this show is going to be shut down for the summer, likely the whole summer, starting after the festival. So you are going to be watching, after 1 year, the last show of the Traveling Medicine show until the fall. until sometime in September. But I do promise you to do a lot of spontaneous events online and that kind of thing. Let's see if we can find another song here to play as we wait. Songs right there. Let's do California. I'm looking forward to having the world open up. Are you guys? I'm sure you are. Whitman, Mass in the house. We got the Venmo and the PayPal. Thank you guys for taking care of us today. I know a lot of you are coming to the show on Sunday. Seth Glier is going to be my guest tonight. We'll put up his PayPal info as we get closer.
You make it hard to be from Arkansas.
Let me grab a guitar.
California, California, California. You get the best of everything, the best of everything. Avocados and the redwood trees, the Big Sur Highway, Yosemite, the Beach Boys singing in harmony. You make it hard to be from Idaho.
We'll be watching the sunset tonight here in Charlottesville, Virginia. We're going to just start in a couple minutes. Please share this online. Let folks know we're here. Cheers to you.
There's just a place I long to go.
I hope you guys are doing well out there tonight.
I think you know.
This is a song, California. It's on the Patreon album that I've got out.
California, California,
I cannot wait to travel. Can you tell? I can't wait to get back to California. Trips to Oklahoma and Massachusetts and Maine are coming up. And slowly but surely, booked a show in Texas today. And upstate New York in Saratoga Springs. One by one, the venues are opening their doors and inviting me in. Good to have you here, Prine. Thank you so much for swinging through. Laura, thank you for coming by. You're up there in Whitman, Mass. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Don't exactly know what I'm going to play tonight. Kind of playing it by ear because I've been doing all this prep for the festival on Sunday. All right, we're just about there. Let's run our intro here. I love this thing. That wasn't quite the right one, was it? We grabbed the wrong one. We got to do this right. Here we go. Hello, y'all. Welcome to the Ellis Pulse Traveling Medicine Show. This is going to be the last show, indefinitely, that we officially do of the Traveling Medicine Show. We're going to take the month of June off and perhaps the whole summer, but we'll reevaluate as we go. I'll still be showing up occasionally online, Wednesday nights for sure, and then some spontaneous shows at all hours. But we are after the festival this Sunday. I need to focus back on my creative life and start finishing these songs for the next album. So I'm going to miss doing this show for the next few months, but trust me, we will be back in the fall, and maybe even setting up a more official version of this as a podcast and a simulcast live stream show. Lots of good things coming, folks. including the freedom of being outside and touring and opening up the highways and stepping on stage at a folk club near you. This is called 3,000 Miles. My name is Robert Wilson. I'm from Eau Claire, Wisconsin. I've been living out of a suitcase now for 14 days. I walked the boulevard in Hollywood. I caught a Vegas show that was no good. Met a dancer there who starred in a Broadway play. It's a lonely world from this Greyhound. Oh, believe me, I've been here 14 days. 3,000 miles, I've come a long way. 3,000 miles. Not 21, that's as good a guess as any age that I confess to. Let's just say I'm old enough to get away. Now back in school I found the only written truth on bathroom stalls and telephone booths. Studied a while but college got in my way. And I've learned much more from the back of this Greyhound. Believe me, I've been here 14 days. 3,000 miles, oh I've come a long way. 3,000 miles. Have you seen the world outside? It's turning. It's yours. Hey, we were put here for learning. People talk to themselves on Greyhounds. Even the driver's strange to hear. They play the same forgotten story. Will it follow forgetful years? 3,000 miles, I've come a long way. 3,000 miles. Now down in Houston on comes a woman with 2 kids and a bottle of booze. She cracked them both like match heads whenever they ventured too close to her views. I sat with a girl from Boston playing cards with cigarettes, and I lost her name in the poker game. Though her face I'll never forget. Never forget the view out these windows. Believe me, I have been here 14 days. 3,000 miles, 3,000 miles, 3,000 miles. Miles. That's what I'm going to be doing on my car eventually. I might just go out and drive from town to town and just start hugging random strangers just to see if I can get my social skills up. Are you a little worried about that too? Like, how are you going to handle a crowd? Are you going to make eye contact? Is it going to be a little bit awkward to see 100 maskless people at a venue somewhere? What do you think? Maybe a little bit? It's going to be for me. I'm just saying. Lots of great stuff coming up this weekend. Of course, this is the last of the Traveling Medicine shows. So I'm going to be taking June off from this show. We're celebrating the year anniversary of the show tonight. And then we're going to go on a little bit of a hiatus, maybe through the entire summer. But I'm going to definitely take June off from Friday nights and get back into writing. I've got 20 songs I need to shine up and buff up and get edited. And I'm going to be starting the writing process. So I need to just focus back on that part of my life. I'm still going to be showing up on Wednesdays to do the Wednesday show. And I'll be playing maybe some covers along the way on that show. We'll dress that show up a little bit so it's a little bit, I don't know. It'll be a combination of all the shows I do during the week. We'll just make that thing sing, all right? Nice to have all of you here. See, Michael Doherty agrees with me. Look at this. I'm not quite ready for the crowd yet, he says, but I do have concert tickets for shows in October and November. By then, I should be good. Just stick your toe in. Maybe even by sticking your toe in this weekend on the festival show that we are planning to have. I'll do one more song. I've got a good friend of mine here, Mr. Ethan Baird, who is the director of the festival. He's the guy that's putting all of the tech details together, and been really fun to work with him. And boy, do we have a lineup. I mean, I've been so thrilled by the people who are coming in, and some of the interviews and things I've already filmed for it. I got to talk to Tom Rush. I talked to Rose Cousins today, a Juno Award winner from Canada. It was just fantastic. Really, so beautiful. Let's do this. One of the best things about the downtime that I had was learning these cover songs. Johnny Cash had said that to his daughter that she should learn 100 songs, and she made a list of them for her. Because of my traveling and the work I do really as a songwriter, I never learned many cover songs. And the best thing about this very show is that it forced me to have to learn cover songs. Songs that I admired for years. And this is one by the late great John Prine. I am an old woman named after my mother. My old man is another. Child is grown old. If dreams were lightning, thunder desire, this old house would have burned down a long time ago. Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me the one thing that I can hold on to believe in this living is just a hard way to go. When I was a young girl, I had me a cowboy. He wasn't much to look at, just a free rambling man. But that was a long time, and no matter how I try, the years just flow by like a broken down dam. Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. poster of an old rodeo. Just give me the one thing that I can hold on to believe in this living is just a hard way to go. There's flies in the kitchen, I can hear them buzzing, and I ain't done nothing since I woke up today. How the hell can a person go to work in the morning, come home in the evening with nothing to say? Flies from Montgomery, make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me the one thing that I can hold on to believe in this living is just a hard way to go. To believe in this living is just a hard way to go. Name that chord. It's a D9. Just want to let you know we're playing the ninth chords, the chords of hope, the chords of joy. Glad to have you guys here. Look, I'm seeing a precipitous fall with the rising of the summer months here on the Traveling Medicine Show. I know that we're competing with not only sunshine, but people getting out in it for the first time in ages and going to places like movie theaters and bowling alleys and even folk clubs. And so we're gonna go on hiatus here at the show on Friday nights. And I don't know when we're gonna come back to it, but soon. But we're going to celebrate the 1 year anniversary tomorrow. Is it tomorrow? No, it's Sunday. In 2 days, we're going to be celebrating the 1 year anniversary with a huge blowout festival. Check out the group of folks I've got coming to this thing. We'll show you right here. We got Tom Rush, Susan Warner, Vance Gilbert, Adam Ezra, Willie Porter, Rose Cousins, Jonathan Bird. You can read the names. It's a pretty amazing lineup. If you are a fan of folk music, there's no better place to be on Sunday than right there at the Traveling Medicine Show Festival. Thrilled Susan Warner, Vance Gilbert, Willie, Adam, Rose, Nobody's Girl. It's going to be really, really fun. Don't buy a ticket, though. Not yet. Not right now, because we're going to do a raffle. I'm going to bring on this gentleman, Ethan Baird. He's a dear friend of mine. Oh, let me make sure that I've got the old echo cancellation on here. Otherwise, it's going to be hell to pay. All right. Let's see if it works. There we are. How are you, Mike?
Good.
Can you hear an echo? Is there anything weird happening?
It's all good. See, I go with
good.
I go with the old trick where it looks to you like I'm just sitting in front of speakers and listening, but in fact, I've got the old AirPod hidden in the off here.
Sneaky bear.
You know, the little things we've learned in the last year and change.
You and I met when you were about 13, 14 years old, right? Way in the way back time machine of the last century, probably.
Before times.
Yes, yeah, a long time. And you have been a friend of mine and a follower of my music, which I love. And now you are the director of NERFA, which is amazing to see you grow up in folk music and see the path that you've taken, not only with your own band, Pesky J. Nixon, but with the NERFA crew. And you and a couple other folks here, Karen and Kimberly Sinclair, Karen Zundel, are helping me put together this celebration on Sunday, May 23rd, 6 p.m. And it's going to be a ball.
I couldn't be happier. It's One of the things I've really been thinking of as of late is the idea of sort of the torch passing and generational communication, and the fact that I feel like generational communication specifically, it's a term you don't necessarily hear thrown out a lot, but so much of the discord that we're hearing in news and everything else really just comes from people in different places not really knowing how to talk to each other. And what I love about what you're doing is you've got a 24-year-old up to more,
80,
a,
80. Yeah.
a lot more. And what I appreciate is they're all amazing and unique songwriters, but you can hear the echoes of each of them in each other. And
Yeah,
that's
there's a
profound.
chain. Yeah, there's a chain that we are all part of, and we're really proud to have Tom Rush on board. Uh, in a lot of ways, I looked at Tom to be sort of what I wanted to be when I grew up. He was one of the original artists at Club 47 back in the 1960s. He was going to Harvard, and he started drifting over to Club 47 and playing, old blues songs, and eventually became a star in his own right. And a lot of people are calling him the architect of the singer-songwriter movement because he's the one that was playing Joni Mitchell before Joni Mitchell was nationally known, or even in Canada. He was playing Jackson Browne and James Taylor before they became well known. And to have him at 80, still so vibrant, still so brilliant, his timing, his wit, his voice. I sound older than Tom Rush. He has just somehow managed to be the Zen folk singer that he was back in the 1960s. I have his record on my record player. Um, that's a 1970s like sort of best of record, and I'm thrilled to have him on board. And of course, we have Jonathan Bird here, and Adam Ezra, and all these Studley Muffin types. Billy
It's
Porter.
they're all people that you're so happy to hear from each of them. All of their voices are unique, but they all, again, there's the torch passing. Jonathan Bird is one of those cats that I feel like you and I were having a conversation. I can't remember. It might have been today. Days are getting longer, I feel. Part of that is just as we're getting closer to the festival, everything's condensed in my head.
Yeah.
But there are those musicians out there that might not necessarily be household names, but if you talk to household names, they'd all say, "Oh yeah, that guy." Like
Right.
in my mind, Leonard Cohen is one of the he's the sort of songwriter archetype in so many ways. Where at least for my generation, no one knew who the heck he was, but we all knew half of his songs because of Jeff Buckley, because of all of these people that loved him. And I feel like Jonathan Bird's one of those cats because I ran a stage at the Falcon Ridge Folk Festival for a number of years, and there was one night. This is like 7 hours, 23 performers, like a crazy round robin thing, and we realized every single set had a Jonathan Bird song in it, but Jonathan wasn't there.
Nice. That's how much he's admired, and you can tell he's like sort of the poet laureate of North Carolina in a lot of ways as a songwriter.
Deservedly so.
They should have
Deservedly.
sort of a songwriter laureate for every state. That would be cool.
Connecticut does. Connecticut has a.
Oh, really?
So
Really?
yeah, Chucky Costa. They alternate it
Oh,
every year. It
no kidding.
changes every year, but there are a number of people in our community who've had that title, and I couldn't tell you who it is today. I became aware of it when Chuck was recognized, and I know it's gone through a number of people that we all know and are absolutely deserving. But I feel the same way. I feel like all states should be sort
Yeah,
of recognizing these voices.
that should be a thing. And one of the things that's frustrating with the festival is talking to people from Canada, because the Canadian government gives stipends to their artists because the artists are seen as cultural ambassadors, and they wanted to make sure that the artists are surviving and thriving and putting out great material. So they help fund record projects and tours, and I mean, they're subsidizing the arts in this incredible way up there that we'll never get down here because people like me want to sing political songs and we'll piss off the government once in a while, and
I mean, the funny thing is it hasn't slowed down the Canadians from singing political songs. And
Yeah, well, that's because the government doesn't care. They're like, yeah, we want honesty. We want to be criticized. We want to do a better
have
job.
it.
You know.
And
Should we?
there's,
Oh no, go ahead.
I was about to say, and and this is, I'm going to put on Ethan NERFA director hat,
Sure.
Ethan. The great thing I think that the Canadian government's realized is when you invest in songwriters, when you invest in performers, the fact of the matter is, as they grow, the economies around them grow. That
Yeah.
money is paid back in spades. If all of a sudden you funded an artist that was relatively, you've got Benjamin Dakota Rogers, who's one of my favorite young voices out there right now. If you fund his next record and that record takes off, and all of a sudden Benji is selling out 1,000 person, 5,000 person, 10,000 person venues, all of the places he's playing are reaping the benefits of that investment that the government made in him.
Yeah, right. As well as musicians and hotels and all the places that are sort of circular around that venue. And that's a beautiful thing. And even with this tiny little show here, folks, we want to thank you for all the work you've done in the past year in contributing to the lives of all these musicians that have been struggling, who've come through as special guests. This is one of the shows that really helped to fund a lot of unemployed singer-songwriters. And, we had folks make anywhere from $100 to $1,000 in the tip jar here during the course of the year. And believe me, at the end of the show, a lot of those folks called me up and they're like, thank you so much for coming in and saving my week for me. So I want to thank you and send all love to all of you guys for helping to make the tip jar ring like you did this year. And now we're going to celebrate. It's the end of an era. We're going to be taking off a month of June from the show and maybe more. We'll see. I'm a little bit worried about taking any time off at all because I make a living off this show as well. But I need a month to clear my head, get out of this festival, wake that we're going to have. And so, Ethan, let's do this raffle. Let's tell folks how it's going to be working. And I want to thank Sandra Hill Binkley for the love in the tip jar tonight. Thank you, Sandra.
Sure. So, what we're going to do tonight is we're going to raffle off 2 tickets right now. And to be eligible, no matter where you're watching, if you're watching on YouTube, you're watching on any of the many Facebooks out there, Patreon, wherever, Twitch, one of my guilty pleasures. I love it. You're on Twitter. Gosh, you are everywhere, buddy. No matter where you are, I want you to type #festival. That's all you need to type. Type #festival, and we're going to give you a couple minutes to do that. And then we're going to take it all and I'm going to throw it in a little machine, a little magic 8-ball, sort of like a bingo thing, and out will pop the winner. So just type and let's help folks out. We'll do a #festival. Just make sure I spelled it right. I'll put it up on the on the screen. Just type that into chat.
That's it.
And 3 you already have.
Festival. I'm going to put myself in just to see if I can win my own ticket, and then we'll do it again. Oh God! You know what? I just entered like 6 times because of that. It went in.
Yeah, my entry count just went from 6 to 13. Stacking the deck, man.
Yeah, we'll give you guys a couple more minutes. Please do enter the festival contest here, guys. We're excited to give these tickets away, and if I win, we're just going to do it again. But I just want to see what the chances of that are because I like to roll the dice. We're going to have our friend Seth Glier here in a minute. If you get a chance, please share this video on Facebook so people can watch it as well. This is the last show of the year, 50 of these things, and I did 2 months before that as well, but without guests and without themes and without a name. So very, very happy to be being set free into an open world. I had 2 gigs came in today. I got booked up at Cafe Lena in Saratoga Springs and something, I think it's called the U4 Room in Austin, Texas in September. So lots of exciting things coming up. And I cannot wait to be on the road and visiting all of y'all. So, Ethan, what do you say? Shall we?
Why not?
Let's try it.
let's go. Let's go and raffle some tickets here.
Oh, look at you. Okay, you know what you're doing.
Ooh. I see a lot of Ellis Paul's going there.
Yeah, look at all the Ellis Paul's.
Ellis. Oh. It's rigged. All right. We'll do this again.
We got to have. I thought more people would enter. I mean, I don't know. There was only about 30 people that entered.
And 6 of them were you.
All right, this time I'm not going to enter. Let's do another word. Can we do another word?
Yeah, let's do not Ellis.
All right, let's try it.
So this time I want you to literally just type not Ellis.
Hashtag not. Can you put it in the little corner there? Instead of hashtag festival, it's hashtag. Oh, you did. Okay, you have. All right, I see. Not Ellis. All right, hashtag not Ellis. And my friends, there we go. Not Ellis. All right. I think people are less reluctant now to join because they're afraid they're gonna lose to me again. No, you have to do this. There's only about, I don't know, we don't have a ton of people watching, but go ahead and make this happen for yourself so you can watch this incredible festival. We're going to have 11 hours of programming on this festival. There's multiple stages and a place to go and hang live separately. So a lot of places to roam. And we've got some folks over there on Patreon joining in, Wolfgang, Herman, and Joyce Demet. I think they should be coming up. I don't know if they're coming up into the contest or not. We'll see.
We got 17 people so far.
17 people.
Yeah.
All right.
Give it just a little bit more time. The fun thing about the festival, from my mind, is I think as we're all getting back into the real world, however you want to look at it, I want to think that we'll all take some of the good that's come of the last year. This is not to say that the last year was good. This is not to say, this is in full recognition that I'm referring to a silver lining in what for a lot of folks was a pretty dark cloud. But we learned a lot of stuff. And I believe that there's a lot of good that can be pulled from what we learned. And this festival, to me, is really the embracing of that idea. Is, here are a bunch of performers that if you tried to get them all in the same place at the same time, it would be impossible. Yeah. It would literally be impossible. And it
would be like the Philadelphia Folk Festival or something, and you'd spend tens of thousands of dollars trying to get us all there and make it happen. So it's pretty amazing. Yeah. Feel very lucky. And we're celebrating. This is the end of a very, very difficult year. And I feel like I've reevaluated my life in ways that are going to pay benefits and how I conduct myself in the future and my business and my art. And I love the fact that it opened up the internet to me in ways that never were there before. And so it's cool. I feel so much more connected, especially to the regulars, a lot of them that I see here tonight. It's been a joy to be able to play for these folks.
Not to give out too much of my adolescence, but there was a point in time where one could argue I was perhaps going to too many Ellis Paul shows.
I don't remember that, but you're a hard guy to miss in the crowd. But I don't remember you being there too much. But
there was definitely a point where I think I caught like 8 shows in like a 5-month period, which in the mid 90s, that's a regular. Like that's someone that's gone out of their way to be there. Right. And what you've done and what you've sort of developed here is this ability to make that not only that's not an oddity anymore, and the relationship and the depth of the relationship that you're building with your fans and particularly your Patreon community, because God bless them. They're amazing.
Yeah, they've been really, really great and really fun. And we're going to be, focusing a lot more too on that in the upcoming year. and because that's going to be my bread and butter, and I recognize it. And so, well, shall we try this? Let's try this one more time. I'm not in the contest this time.
Let's give it a shot. We're gonna full screen this sucker,
All right.
and here we go.
And Seth is waiting in the wings. We'll pull him in after we determine our winner here. Lisa,
Amy Burnett.
And now we got to clean up that confetti. It's a mess. In here.
It always falls down to the tech guy. So as the IT guy, I'll do it. I got the room over there.
Get the room.
Amy, if you would like to reach out to me, and Ellis will toss my email address here in the chat. If you want to reach out to me with your email address directly, so you don't have to share it with everybody, I will get you the information you need to get your free tickets.
All right. Yeah, Amy, Ethan just put, it's Ethan at tribalmischief.com, isn't it? Yes. Just check out the feed for that. And Ethan, I'm going to bring in Mr. Seth Glier now, if you don't mind. Do you want to hang around for a while? Because we're going to do another raffle after this, right?
Sure. Sounds good.
Yeah. Do you have time to do that? Because he's going to be here until about 9. All right. Let's bring him in. Say hi.
Hi.
Hey, brother. How you doing?
I'm well. That was hilarious. Everything. You guys should go on the road with this routine.
It was funny in a bumbling kind of way. But that's funny. I mean, that's
my professional life pretty adequately. Funny in a bumbling kind of way. Yeah.
Seth, you were our first guest, and you've been on the show probably more than anybody. You and Vance Gilbert. So thank you for coming back and doing the full sun cycle here with me.
Vance and I are low-hanging fruit for you, is what you're saying.
Pretty much, yeah. But my favorite fruit in the tree.
It's
low, but it's my favorite.
High in sugar content.
You get the most sunshine.
And Ethan, it's so good to see you. For those at home, Ethan was living in East Hampton, Massachusetts, and I'm from Western Massachusetts. And I first met Ethan when I was a contestant at Valley Idol. I was 13 years old. Valley Idol is in like Pioneer Valley. It was their version of American Idol. You had to wear Birkenstocks to get in. And I failed miserably the first year and came back a couple years later and had written a couple songs when I was 15 or 16. And the prize was to record a couple of those songs in Ethan's apartment. So yeah, we've been slinging this for a while together.
Wow, 13. That's amazing.
I met you probably 17. For a year. Yeah, maybe I was 17 or 18. Yeah.
It's one of those nights I'll remember. I remember Ethan behind the board at in Marblehead at the
Me and thee.
Right.
Yeah,
running the sound better than anybody else in my mind. Always was great behind the board. Well, Seth, why don't we let you do a little singing here? Do a couple songs for us, and we'll come back and interrupt. Okay.
Sounds great.
Maybe we'll have a second raffle in the middle, and you can enter.
I think I won't. Well, thanks. This is you guys were talking a little bit about this new world that we're going to be going into, and I hope that we've, like Ethan was saying, I hope that we've learned our lessons, and I hope we apply these lessons as we go into this new normal. But I kind of look at the last year a bit like an extended rehab. And what I mean by that is it comes back, and all of a sudden our compulsion becomes choices. And this is a song about that. And this is a song about this kind of grand invitation that we all have in front of us to forge the tomorrow that we want. This is called the Coronation. When this storm is all over, there's no risk of exposure. Will we still stand where we stood? Will it be back to business as usual? Or can we build the world more beautiful than we ever thought we could? Welcome to the coronation, where all creation gets an invitation to a new world order. I'm talking about a liberation from my story of separation, where together we find salvation, love with no borders. It's just around the corner. It's just around the corner. The crown can come from the ashes, even as the lightning flashes. We will use the sparks to see the myth that fuels our compulsion, that keeps us in perpetual motion, stealing our humanity. Welcome to the coronation, where all creation gets an invitation to a new world order. I'm talking about a liberation from our story of separation, where together we find salvation, love with no borders. It's just around the corner. A reunion meant for everyone. A reunion meant for everyone. Everyone. Welcome to the coronation, where all creation gets an invitation to a new world order. I'm talking about a liberation from my story of separation, where together we find salvation, love with no borders. It's just around the corner. It's just around the corner. I'll meet you around the corner. Come meet me round the corner. That's a song called The Coronation. I'm putting some duct tape on the bridge of my guitar, and as you hear, it kind of mutes the strings. Almost sounds, makes the guitar kind of sound a little bit like a kora. It's like African harp. I put duct tape on everything. Well, Ellis gave me a call a couple days ago about this show. We had it on the books. We didn't have a theme, and I heard this song in the hardware store the other day, and almost bawled my eyes out while buying caulking for some baseboards. Feel free to sing along at home. In regards to circling around the sun, I think it's quite obvious. It's certainly been very obvious to Ellis and I that this year spent with a good companion makes all the difference in the world. Looks like we made it. Look how far we've come, my baby. We might have took the long way. We knew we'd get there someday. They said, I bet they'd never make it. But just look at us holding on. We're still together, still going strong. still the one, you're still the one I run to, the only one I belong to. You're still the one I want for life. You're still the one, you're still the one that I love, the only one I'm dreaming of. You're still the one I kiss goodnight. Ain't nothing better. We beat the odds together. I'm glad we didn't listen. Look at what we would be missing. They say, I bet they'll never make it, but just look at us holding on. We're still together, still going strong. You're still the one, you're still the one I run to, the only one I belong to. You're still the one I want for life. You're still the one, you're still the one that I love, the only one I'm dreaming of. You're still the one I kiss goodnight. You're still the one, you're still the one I run to, the only one I belong to. You're still the one I want for life. You're still the one, you're still the one that I love, the only one I'm dreaming of. You're still the one I kiss goodnight. I'm so glad we made it. Look how far we've come, my baby.
So nice. Really beautiful.
Thanks, man.
I mean, Shania was hotter when she sang it. But
No, for me, I mean, I was into Shania Twain, but I'm a nerd, so I was really into Mutt Lange.
he wrote that with her, right?
He did, yeah.
I mean, it's funny because your rendition, it sounds like you can just hear the 70s songwriter thing in it.
Yeah.
Did she modulate like that in her version too? Or did you throw that in?
Probably not quite like that. I mean, there may have been like it. I think when she did it, it was like still the one I and like still the one I full on Barry Manilow.
Yeah. Oh my God, she was so beautiful. That
yeah.
woman.
Oh, those
still is.
Those songs are some of my
They're
favorites.
stunning. They're stunning. I mean, and Mutt Lange is obviously they got married and got divorced. It was kind of ugly, I guess, but
I think they married each other's partners.
Right? Yeah, they did.
Married before, and then they. Oh man,
they messed that. That was like a perfect songwriting team. Those two.
Yeah,
they messed it up. You cannot get married with your songwriting partner. It just doesn't work that way. That's why McCartney and Lennon got divorced.
What?
I don't know if you know they were married. Yeah, it's awful.
Yeah.
It was Yoko Ono that broke them up.
I was going to say, who got Yoko?
I'm so glad you're here, man. It's fun to hang out with you. We're going to be doing a vacation together in about 2 weeks.
We are. Joyce is here. Joyce is going to be there.
Hey, Joyce is here. All right. Yeah, it's going to be fantastic. We're going to spend a week on an island off the coast of Maine with Susan Warner, who's going to be part of the festival this weekend. And we're going to be playing for folks at night and singing songs. Both of our partners are coming along for the ride, and we'll join in the festivities. It's going to be really super cool. Would you mind if I brought Ethan? And we got to get one more raffle in before the night ends.
Let's do it.
Mr. Ethan Baird, the director of the Northeast Regional Folk Alliance Conference. We should make sure that people know that what NERFA is. It's like a Shriners convention for folk musicians. We all wear hats and we drive around on little cars.
You're the director?
Oh, I can't hear you for some reason. Ethan, I don't know if you're...
I do feel like the quote of 2020 was really, you're muted. And I would love to say that 2021 has changed, but really it just feels like an extension. But yeah, I am the director of, I'm the executive director of the Northeast Regional Folk Alliance. It is a wonderful organization, and our job is really to keep the tradition alive in the roots and folk scene. And sort of my particular charter is focused on providing professional development skills for artists and for venues and for people that are looking to make sure that, we all know making a living as an artist is not an easy task. And I don't necessarily think it should be an easy task, but it shouldn't be this hard. And if we can make it a little less hard, I think that's good work, and I'm happy to help do it.
Yeah, and it's about educating folks on how to do it and connecting dots for people that don't see it. And that's one great thing about what NERFA does. So Ethan, shall we set the airwaves alight with this raffle again?
I keep trying to think back to good hashtags to use to commemorate my early days with Seth, but I don't know.
I know where this is going.
Well, do you? I'm gonna keep it simple. I'm gonna keep it simple. We'll because you told the story. We'll make the hashtag. Why don't we make it Valley Idol?
Valley Idol, hashtag Valley Idol. For those folks listening on Patreon, you're not in our loop in the contest, so you have to go over to either, if you grab that little YouTube icon and just hit it, it'll slide you over to the YouTube place where you can join the contest in the feed. But if you put in hashtag Valley Idol over at Patreon, we're not going to see it in order to get you in here. So hit that little YouTube idol on the screen, that little, I don't know what they call it, logo. Yeah, YouTube logo. And that'll carry you over to YouTube, and then you'll be in the feed. Hashtag Valley Idol. And
that's to get in the raffle for a digital celebration ticket, which there's the basic ticket, and the digital celebration ticket is a little bit nicer. It gives you access to download some custom Ellis Paul artwork. It gives you some access to some material from the artist participating. So we're happy to share that with you. And I already sent out Karen's, I'm sorry, not Karen's. I already sent out Amy's ticket to her. She's all set. So we're really quick. We're right on top of this thing.
Yeah, I'm just going to show posters. Seth, I'm going to just knock you out for a minute. That's the Traveling Medicine Show poster. You can get a copy of that too in real life, not just the digital, but this one. And yeah, it's going to be great.
Oh, it's going to be a ball.
And there he is, the great reveal. We'll knock ourselves out here. The Traveling Medicine Show Festival happens Sunday, May 23rd. 6 p.m. is when it starts. But of course, you'll have a ticket and you'll be able to see the show for as long as you, I guess, 3-4 weeks. Take as long as you want. There's going to be over 11 hours of content.
Yeah.
So
if you have the basic ticket, you have access for a month. You have access for 30 days. If you get the digital celebration ticket, you have access for, I believe it's 3 months. We were really nice with that, so they can rewatch this every night. So yeah, the nice thing. One of the things that always drives me nuts at festivals is I don't know about you, but usually when I look at a lineup, I'm like, here are the 4 people I really want to see. And I'll look at when they're playing, and they're all playing at the same time every time. And it means I have to choose between them. And the nice way we're doing this is we'll have multiple stages going, but you can go back and you can rewatch them and catch up with it on your own time.
And you'll be able to see the schedule, so you'll know where to go. And if you're a fan of Rose Cousins and she's here at this time, you'll know that she's at the interview stage. The Say Something stage is what we're calling it, in another spot at another time. So you can go from one spot to another and follow her around, which is great. Well, should we
So
try this?
why not? We got about 20 people in there, so let's do the draw. I really shouldn't make that noise. It's
This is
probably
like
not a
Sophie's
helpful noise.
choice,
I
but happier.
Nancy Chestnut.
There it is. Nancy is our winner.
Awesome.
Beautiful. And thanks for the music, Seth. Nice touch. Now we owe.
I live for the lounge.
Lounge life, man. Lounge life.
That's the next album title. That's it.
So, Nancy, my email is in all of the chats. Feel free to just email me so I have your contact information. I'll send you the info you need to get that ticket. And congratulations. We'll see you on Sunday.
Congratulations, Nancy. Nice to have you as a winner. Ethan, thanks for stopping by and sharing all this with us. And thank you for all the work on the festival. I can't wait to see you on Sunday and hang out and watch this thing get released. It's going to be so much fun to see all of the options that everybody gets to see. And we have been working our tails off all month to make this a great experience. And it's worth your folk dollar. Let me make sure I say that out loud because there's so many great moments.
I think so. I'm really looking forward to it. And the best kinds of shows in my mind are the ones where you discover someone you didn't yet know you loved. And I already did that because you put Willie Porter on the bill, and I'd never heard Willie before. And I started looking into him, and I was like, oh, yeah, this is great. So
yeah. I had a moment with Willie, where the first time the seminal time that I saw him, there was in Eddie's attic. He was traveling with his partner Carmen and singing together. And it was just so mind-bogglingly great that I had never seen anything like it because it was melodic. They had harmonies that really, really accentuated the melodicism of his writing. And then, of course, it's like he has 3 hands and 8 fingers.
Oh, yeah. The guitar playing, it is orchestral.
Yeah, it's insane.
I love
in a way. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No. His attitude of, he's always reminded me of the turtle in Finding Nemo, where Nemo's coming to the turtle and be like, where's the Grand Atlantic where's the Grand Atlantic current? And then Willie's just there, just like, Cha, you're riding it, dude.
That is so Willie. Yeah. It's like Willie would be Bruce Willis's like brother that was just maybe at some early Grateful Dead concerts. Like, yo, chill out.
The relaxed Willis brother.
Yeah, but God, he's a really, really bright songwriter, and man, his fingers fly across the fretboard. Ethan, thanks again. We'll talk in the next couple of days, and thanks for handling all of this with the raffle.
My pleasure. And Seth, really good seeing you, brother. It's been like a decade. We should do it again before
Bit, yeah. See you.
Good to see you. Catch you guys later.
Cheers. Wow, he's such a sweet guy, man. Lucky to have him as a friend and a partner in this thing.
Yeah, I can't wait to be a spectator on Sunday and check out this festival. It's pretty amazing what you've pulled together. But then again, I've been like some of your super fans throughout the year, where we've been able to witness the community on December 30th at Club Passim tribute.
Yeah.
You. I mean, you've managed to keep yourself in the eye of the hurricane in a remarkable way.
Oh, thank you, brother. And I get a thrill, of seeing people like you come up in this scene, and and I want to bask in the sunshine of what you do because it makes me better. There's nothing like trying to follow you after you've been on stage and left that thing that you do in the wake. So, and just, you and I write together. You're one of my favorite writing partners. We've written some of my best songs, and we're working on a great one called January Rain, folks. It's definitely going to be on my record and looks like it's going to be on a project that Seth is building too. And our song Mammoth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, some of my favorite moments as a writer have been with you beside me and working out those chordal details and lyrical details, and it's just a joy to work with you.
Yeah, yeah. Well, thank you. The feeling is mutual.
Let's do a couple more songs, and I'll swing back through.
Great.
Cheers.
Well, this is a song that I released back in April, and in addition to all the incredible songwriting that Ellis does, and all the incredible creation that he brings out into the world, one of my favorite things that he does is his illustrations. They immediately bring me back into an innocence in myself, and so I was really, really happy when he did the album cover or the single cover for this track. This is called Till Further Notice. Last night the tears were more than just fear. The news hit way too close to home. Talking to friends about when this will end. The truth is that none of us know. I feel paralyzed, been staying inside, keeping the wick of hope lit until further notice. Until further notice. No rhythms, no rhyme, still I'm resigned to look for the gift I've been given, to finish that book, to take a good look at the pace of the life I've been living. 'Cause all of humanity searching for sanity, figuring out how to go through this until further notice. Until further notice. 'Cause our finest hour is within our power if we're willing to do a little learning. And if there's an angel that flies from Montgomery, send us a song as a sermon. Some waiting on checks that some won't ever get. Floating can feel just like drowning, but there's still stars in the sky. Love is in good supply. In a way we're already rebounding. And so I keep trying, laughing and crying, even when I feel a bit broken. I'll be keeping the wick of hope lit until further notice. Until further notice. Till further notice. Until further notice. Well, this is a new song, and one that's going to be coming out on a new record that I'm going to be releasing on August 20th. I finally got the release date this week, and I wrote this song with a dear friend of mine by the name of Maya Sharp, an incredible songwriter, and it was inspired by this piece of poetry or this proverb that I heard, and the line was, "Prayer flag, war flag. It makes no difference to the wind." And I was thinking a lot about ritual, and I had just released my brother's ashes on the cliffs of Moher in Ireland, and I was almost comforted by how indifferent the wind was on that day. So this is a song about the recognition that whatever you put out into the world, you're gonna breathe back in, whether that's positivity or joy, and that's my prayer for all of us as we head back out there. I look forward to seeing you. Thanks so much, Alice, for this invitation. Where am I going? When will I get there? Am I alone? It doesn't matter to you now. Arm out the window, tracing the telephone pole. It doesn't matter to you now. What am I wearing? A coat of forgiveness, a poison. It doesn't matter to you now. I'm not okay, but I'm about to be. Just got my faith and love knocked out of me. Breathing it back in. Breathing it back in. What am I doing? Raising up a flag of love or war? It doesn't matter to you now. What am I dealing in smoke, in whispers, in ashes? It doesn't matter to you now. The better, the worse, the blessing, the curse, everything I put out. I'm breathing it back in. I'm breathing it back in. I'm not okay, but I'm about to be. And my faith and love needs nobody. Doesn't have to matter to you anymore to matter to me. Breathing, I'm breathing it back in. Breathing it back in. I'm breathing it back in. I'm breathing it back in. Where am I going? When will I get there? Am I alone? It doesn't matter to you now.
Beautiful.
Thanks, man.
I cannot wait for new albums.
I'm excited. I've been working real hard on it all year. I'm excited to get it out there.
So are you saying, what's the release date looking like on the next one again?
August 20th. And I've got about 35, 40 shows that are going to be picking up right around that time.
Wow, you're jumping in, huh?
I'm jumping in. I'm jumping in hard this year. Yeah.
I was looking at, I've been lucky because some folks have called me to set up shows, and I know musicians have been holding off, and a lot of the shows that were canceled were just set up for the fall. So we're on hold with like 30 musicians in front of us for almost every venue in the country. So the work is going to be very hard to come by, even though it's opening up. We've all been waiting for the next 4 months to come. So there's not a lot of work out there for us.
To put it in perspective, I have a date in Ann Arbor in September, and I am 11th in line on a Wednesday night.
Wow.
And so that speaks of the congestion, which is there's all people like me who are wanting to put out new projects and needing to infuse their business with some resources, and then there's also a handful of us that are rescheduling shows for the third time.
It's going to be a slow burn, but hopefully next year things will open up and it'll even out a little bit, and we'll have access to these things. And I can't wait to hang out with you, man, in a couple of weeks. It's going to be an incredible trip to Maine. Yeah,
so looking forward to it.
Yeah, we're going to write some and walk and talk and chill out, eat, drink, and be merry.
I've gotten my Fauci ouchies, and I am ready.
Yeah, me too.
Slobber all over you, buddy.
All right, man. I love you. Thank you so much for coming. Yeah.
Likewise. Good to see you.
Soon. Bye.
Yeah.
Everybody, that was Seth Glier, one of my favorite people, one of my favorite songwriters, and lucky to be a collaborator with that guy. One of the things, I remember Bill Morrissey, who was a mentor to me when we were talking about co-writing, because I hadn't done a lot in the early days. And he goes, why would you? It's like, did Van Gogh co-paint? Initially I thought, yeah, I completely understand that, because when you're a songwriter, you have this DNA, this little fingerprint of how you go about and what you sound, how your chords come together, how the lyrics come together, the DNA of what your sound is, and your voice as a writer. And why would you want to have another writer involved in that and water it down in any way? But to me, especially having put out 20 albums, I want to learn. I want to get better. I want to see how other people assemble those same images and chords and phrases and melodies and learn from them and absorb them into my own music and make them my own and become a better musician. It's the only way you learn as a songwriter, is by working with other people in the process. So it's pretty amazing. So today I forgot to send this at the top of the show, but today's meme poster here is this. Ellis Paul's Traveling Medicine Show, Circle the Sun. I've got a couple sun songs here that are cover songs that I'd like to do. Let me put it up here and put it on the rack, as they say. This is a John Denver song. I love this song. And it's just amazing how simple this is. Sunshine on my shoulders makes me happy. Sunshine in my eyes can make me cry. Sunshine on the water looks so lovely. Sunshine almost all the time makes me high. If I had a day that I could give you, I'd give to you a day just like today. I could sing for you. I'd sing a song to make you feel this way. Oh, sunshine on my shoulders makes me happy. Sunshine in my eyes can make me cry. Sunshine on the water looks so lovely. Sunshine almost always makes me high. If I had a tale that I could tell you, I'd tell a tale sure to make you smile. If I had a wish that I could wish for you, I'd make a wish for sunshine all the while. Sunshine on my shoulders makes me happy. Sunshine almost always makes me high. A little JD for you, Mr. John Denver. There's nothing wrong with that song. He gets a bad rap, I guess, for owning the airwaves as he did. Yeah, I think that clarity in the tone of his voice, he's one of the finest singers I've ever heard. It reminds me, I interviewed Rose Cousins today for the festival, and there's this tone in her voice. It's not like John Denver's, but there's something about it that just feels like honey to the ears. It just pulls you in, and it's a voice that you can believe. And I think that's the thing with a voice like that. It can be overly earnest with the right song, maybe cloying to some people, but I still love to hearing it. Any song, my good Lord, it's just so beautiful. What can I say? Let's see. I think I'm going to end it, folks. I want to thank you all so much for tuning into this show over the past year. We're going to be celebrating on the festival night, of course, in a few days. You can see it up there, Sunday, May 23rd. You can get your tickets at various places. Let me put up the banner one more time. For the festival, there it is, right there. You just put your cell phone right on that QR code in camera mode, and it'll take you into a place where you can buy tickets. You don't have to be there live. You can be there anytime in June for the lowest level ticket and just spend 4 or 5 days to watch for an hour a day for a couple of weeks. It's going to be about 11 hours worth of content. multiple stages and gathering places where people can just sit and chat and watch the festivities go down. Tom Rush, Susan Warner, Vance Gilbert, Adam Ezra, Willie Porter, Rose Cousins, and more. You can see all of that. All of those artists. Sunday, May 23rd, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm going to play this song. This has been the theme song for the show. It was written by David Glazer, a dear friend of mine who passed away about 2 years ago. 3 years ago now, I guess. This is Concrete River. And as I'm playing it, guys, I want to take you through some of our guests and the shows here over the past year.
I wonder where you are tonight. I wonder if you're driving on a winding concrete river in a raft of glass and steel.
Shanna in a dress.
Darkness interrupted by a lonely bride oasis.
Mr. Chris Trapper.
And a coffee and you're back behind the wheel.
Vance Gilbert.
Long is the road that lies between us.
Abby Gardner.
And many are the days since you've been gone. May the angel on your shoulder guide you safely through the night. And may the
Adam Ezra.
river bring you home. May the concrete river bring you home.
James Lee Baker.
I wonder where you are tonight.
There's James again.
If you're sleeping, and what melodies and visions
Michael Clem.
light across your silver screen. Baby curled up in the back.
Mr. Dan Navarro.
A few short hours till morning. Park there.
Christopher Williams.
Stop on the interstate of dreams.
Peter Mulvey.
Long is the road that lies between us.
Mark Corelli.
Many are the days since you've been gone. May the angel
Joel Raphael.
on your shoulder guide you safely through the night.
Susan Warner.
And may the concrete river bring you
I remember this. The festival posters from the first 6 months.
bring you home.
Vance again. Mr. Dan Byrne. Alice Howe. Josh Hardy. Seth.
I wonder where you are tonight. I wonder if you're happy. I say my little prayer.
Dan Navarro again.
Out across the mile.
Mr. Don Conoscenti.
Hope you have a special place and people there.
Alistair Mook.
And I hope you'll make it back to them before too long.
Willie Nelson. He wasn't on the show, but I had to add that. Cliff Eberhardt.
Is the road that lies between us. Many are the days since you've been gone.
Heather May and Chris Matthews last week. And Seth this week. It's been a pleasure bringing these artists to you guys over the course of the year. I hope you'll celebrate with me on Sunday night. It's going to be a fantastic, this is like Newport quality gatherings. And I'm thrilled that everyone said yes, that's coming on board. I wish you a very wonderful weekend. And I think I'll end with our little theme here. Good night, guys. Good night, guys. Cheers.